Hello guys, this is the second video of my brand redesign project. In the previous one I was designing a logo, brand typography, brand color palette, brand photography style and the mood board. I will also remind you a little bit about La Moda. It's a footwear brand in alternative dark fashion style, and here's how I redesigned their logo and all the other stuff. You can watch the full video about my process, how I did it. I'm gonna design everything else, well, obviously not everything that they might need, but I was mostly focusing on the stuff that I've noticed they really need, which is the website banner, social media templates, packaging, and a gift card for their website, because I showed you last time what it looks like. I really felt that I need to redesign it. So based on what we've already created last time, all the brand assets that build a foundation for a brand, I'm gonna use them now to create everything else. Okay, so I'm gonna start with designing a banner for their website, because that's the first thing I see when I encounter their brand. I mean, in case if I already know about their brand and I just go straight to their website and the first thing I see is the banner. The standard banner is 1920 by 720 pixels, resolution 72, color mode RGB create. I'm gonna take the same text that I saw the last time I visited their website and took a screenshot, and it was a Boxing Day sale, so that's what we're gonna use today. Just as an example, Boxing Day sale off, take an extra 10% off with code extra10, and OT, call to action, shop now, of course. So I would like to highlight just one of these words. I'm guessing that's going to be the word sale, because it's the shortest word and it encompasses the entire meaning of this banner. I don't think Boxing Day is gonna attract a lot of attention. On the other hand, sale is kind of a buzzword. Like, we're not that excited to hear this. I don't know if we've ever been. Maybe if you are 6 and you've never heard what sale is, you probably heard already. Even if you're 6, even if you're 5, since you were born, you probably know what the sale is. Okay, I'm guessing I'm gonna switch the color scheme and to make it the opposite, like the white, something light on black background. Command I, yes, that's already fits the vibe a lot more, but not this font, obviously. And here we need to consider our brand assets that we designed last time. And our brand fonts are, as far as I remember, Argent CF. This is for the body text, so it's not for the word sale. I don't know why I just did that. It was Wayfinder. Yes, this one is a brand font. What else? Oh, let me just check those two fonts. Oh no, and also obviously wide or some form of it. Obviously it's the name of the font. It's not just me stating that something is obvious. Yeah, now it looks horrible. I don't know. Not horrible, but not quite what I wanted. So yeah, let's pick that wide, obviously. I think it was a wide bold as far as I remember, and all caps. I think for small text, when it's not a lot of text, just for small phrase, it's a good font to use. And I think it was even a bit thinner than that, the thinner version of it. White semi-bold, right. And the same for Boxing Day. So let me think what we can do with the sale. It looks too polished, too formal, I would say, and strict, and not that kind of alternative vibe that I was going for. So I think I would love to try something more gothic, like black letter. I think it's fine that it wouldn't be included in our official brand guideline, because sometimes you need something a bit louder than your standard, like typical brand fonts. So that would be cool. Cooper Black. But no, this time I'm going for black letter. I think Abbott Black is not bad. The problem is it's not really legible. No, thank you. Not Baroque text. Oh my god, that would be such a challenge to use this font and to make it look good in a design. I don't have any ideas how I would do that. Why am I thinking about it? I don't know. Alright, I remember I had more than these. I think this one is nice. Or this one, Schwarzkopf. This one. This one looks pretty interesting to me. It's not particularly legible, but I like these spiky elements that it has. I would just like to manipulate it with liquify sail. I don't really want to put it in the center because it's too typical. Like every banner usually has this main title in the center. So I would try to place it a little bit off the center to the side, to the left side probably. Well, before I try liquify, I will try to manipulate the shape of it in the effects that they offer in me. Maybe the bulge. Yes, something like this. Okay, so I applied liquify tool as well, as you can see. And also I will try to make it a little bit more three-dimensional, like to apply some metallic texture to it. So let's just see bevel and emboss what they can suggest. Probably gonna be chisel hard. Boxing Day. To be honest, it's not that legible anymore, the word sale. Maybe I should repeat it because it needs to be clear, I guess. So I'll just repeat the word sale one more time. Up to 70%. Okay, so these are the boots that I'm gonna use. I just need to delete the background. I guess I'll have to do it manually because Adobe Firefly didn't guess where the background is. And another thing I decided to add is this spiky heart that I found on some free stock website. I'm gonna use it as a frame for the boots. And yeah, it's gonna be white or maybe even red because this burgundy red is the brand color. Yeah, now it all feels like too much of everything. So I think I need to clean it up a little bit. Let's just try the red effect. The red color, I mean, I think it's already a lot better, but the boots are disappearing on that background. I think I need to apply a couple of filters and probably an outer glow to the boots. Something like that. So now it looks a lot more graphic. And yeah, what else I need to do just to organize the layout? Okay, I've done a couple of finishing touches and I think now it's pretty much done. This brand could use this particular custom-made word sale for any other sales that are coming. So it'll be just in their assets library. Now I'm gonna quickly show you what it would look like on their website. I really want to redesign their gift card. Okay, the next thing is designing a gift card. So it's gonna say e-gift card. And there's not much text here. Maybe that's why their current gift card looks so empty. But I think it's a good opportunity to add more text, even if you don't need. Well, what I mean is you can always add like a tagline or some cool quote that would resonate with the vibe. So I just asked ChatGPT to suggest me something, and so don't take it seriously what ChatGPT says. I mean, in terms of taglines, he suggested me multiple options, but I chose Treat Yourself, Rebel in Style, e-gift card, and yeah, of course I need to change the font straight away. Maybe the same as what we used to. I don't really like it, but maybe the lowercase is not that bad. Okay, let's try what else. I think Sabbath Black is a good one. Yeah, invert the background and the text is gonna be white. Yes, that looks a lot more edgy, which is exactly what we need. Also, I would need some of their imagery. So I took a picture from their website just as an example what we can use, but I think I still need to change the main title, the font. I think this one looks better. I'm gonna browse my other fonts to see if they have anything else. I really love this one especially because of the C and D, like they create this kind of an oval, which is really fortunate that the C is the first letter and D is the last one. Yeah, I think we can go with this one. It's really nice. Then of course logo, I decided to go with this simplified version. And another thing that just came to my mind, a lot of things are coming to my mind at the same time. I would do something to the image. I would like to manipulate it somehow. So let's convert it to smart object. Maybe, oh, it was semi-transparent. Okay, let's go to filter gallery. I would start with the grain, horizontal maybe, because I want to tone it down to blend it more with black background, which is not really happening. Okay, let me try one more thing. So we don't really need to emphasize the boots here. They are here just to show that it's a footwear brand, that's it. But nothing like, it doesn't have to be the center of attention. Maybe something like darken would work, maybe. I don't really like this very standard, typical rectangular frame for the image, so I would try to put it in a circle. So I would mask everything black and then create a circle. Yeah, because I really like this really gradual gradient, like blurry edges. I think it looks really modern, and this brand is trying to be modern, even though the title doesn't really look modern. And another thing that came to my mind that I totally forgot I was about to mention is why not to change the black color to the red, which is one of their brand colors, like this burgundy red. So I just created a new adjustment layer with this color, maybe a bit too overpowering, I don't know, because it's just a gift card, it's not like full-scale poster. Sometimes we tend to forget what we design it for, like it's similar format to a poster, so it all seems the same. Poster, gift card, a book cover, like we apply the same principles, but actually they are different. Some of them are supposed to be more busy, some of them are supposed to be more simple and minimal, just because of the purpose is different. Okay, a card. And I have a really cool plugin to create this ink bleed effect, and I would try that on the word card. Ink bleed large, I think. Okay, I'll copy the layer just in case. Let's see how it works. It actually works pretty nicely. I would even set the extreme level next time. I don't know why I decided that I'm gonna do it next time. Okay, and let's apply the same thing to the e-gift word. Yeah, something like that. Okay, the next thing I'm gonna do, there's something is missing here. For example, a tribal shape that I've created in Illustrator. I mean, I found something similar on Pinterest, I think, and I just changed it a little bit in Illustrator. Okay, and another thing that I would love to add here is some more of thin lines. So maybe this arc shape frame would be a nice addition to this gift card. Okay, something like that. But to be honest, it feels a little bit flat now, a little bit too graphic. I feel like the main title, it looks really cool, but it's like for fantasy books, the cover would look like that. I don't know, maybe that's just my association with it. It feels like I would love to make this font a bit thinner, more delicate, and I'll try to find another font. Even this Sabbath looks a bit more serious. Maybe it's a bit too classy and old-fashioned. And I think the winner is this one. We're pretty much done with the gift card. Overall, I'm gonna say I'm pretty happy with it. Like, overall gift card thing. Yeah, I'm gonna quickly show you what it would look like on their website, and we're gonna move on. And the next thing I'm gonna design is the packaging, because every pair of shoes has a box. Okay, so I also decided to design the packaging because I think that in case with a footwear brand, it's an essential part of their branding, their visual identity. This is probably the only physical thing that I'm gonna design, because everything else is going to be displayed online. Well, if you don't count logo, because it's going to be displayed everywhere. And I'd like to keep it pretty simple. I like the idea of playing on texture contrast. So I'm keeping the box black, but I'm gonna place the logo on it, but not just simply place a white logo on the black background. That's too simple and too boring. I decided to apply that glossy embossed effect. So the word La Moda would look a lot shinier than the background. And also those two tribal shapes on the sides. I think it's not the best idea to place the logo right at the center because it's just, again, it's too overused, too boring. So I'm placing it slightly off the center, closer to the edge. And yeah, I really like the contrast. Another thing that's gonna make this brand a little bit different from other footwear brands is the text inside. I wrote walk louder and some other small text, just as an example that you can place any tagline there. This is the perfect place for it. And then I asked Adobe Firefly, which is their built-in AI tool, to generate me a pair of chunky boots. And in a few attempts, it generated something similar to what I need. So I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah, I think this box looks a lot more realistic with the actual shoes in it. So yeah, this is the packaging. I think it's minimalistic in a way, but I don't really want to make it overly complicated because it's not like a gift edition or anything specific. Maybe that would make sense to design it for special events or limited edition collections or stuff like that, but this is just a regular basic packaging. And the next thing I decided to design is a poster. I said that I'm not going to design anything physical other than the packaging, but now I realized that the poster would be an essential element as well, even though maybe they don't rely on physical advertising at all. I just think it's a good starting point for designing any other deliverables for advertising, because you can easily adapt the poster to anything else, to social media, to your banner, to your email newsletter, like anything you may need for promotion. But the poster is the ultimate, like the biggest medium, unless you're doing a billboard, but I'm not sure this kind of brand would buy a billboard to advertise their shoes. I don't know, I've never seen that kind of products. Well, that could be interesting. And also I think it's not that pointless to print a physical poster nowadays. You just need to know the specific places where this kind of audience hangs out on special events, like alternative fairs, stuff like that. So I think it makes sense. Plus, I just want to add it to my project that I will add to my portfolio later. I just think it would look a lot more solid with a poster in it as well. And yeah, I'm slightly changing the style to a more graphic one because I'm gonna rely heavily on filters, but I just really like this like extra contrasting effect from Filter Gallery. And also I'm gonna manipulate the type a lot. Ideally it has to be something reminding the tribal shapes, and at the same time that font that we've used for the e-gift card. Yeah, I'm just customizing it a little bit to make it a bit more authentic. Also, I don't forget add textures, the tracing paper texture, and underneath it I also placed the fishnet tights texture. I think it works really well here. So it's not minimalist, not quite maximalist. It's pretty graphic though. Yeah, I think it would be good even for decoration purposes. So I'm pretty happy with the poster. Alright, so now I'm gonna create some Instagram templates for this brand. Usually, of course, most of their content is gonna be photos, but sometimes when you need to announce something like a sale or a giveaway, Instagram templates come in handy. They would definitely help create this sense of consistency and just to convey the vibe of the brand better. So yeah, I'm gonna create a couple of posts. They can be versatile, so you can use them. La Moda could use them not only for Instagram posts but also for reel covers, for stories, for other social media, for TikTok. Okay, and the standard, I'm gonna go for vertical one because square is kind of obsolete. 1080 by 1350 And the resolution, I'm gonna keep it 144, but I could go even with 72 is okay. But sometimes I just don't like when everything's pixelated, so I prefer higher resolution. All right, so the first type of a template, it's a sale, obviously. Just like in the banner, we need to announce the sale. And straight away, Photoshop guessed what font I want. I actually really wanted this font. Winter, but not for winter. Winter sale, up to 50% off. See that percentage sign looks so odd here. And the 50, especially the 0. Yeah, there's something wrong with this font. Anyways, I'm gonna change the font to probably Wayfinder, because it's a brand font in our case, but of course I'm gonna change the percentage sign. All right, and probably the word winter as well, because it's really difficult to read. Okay, and I'm gonna keep the sale in the same font. I'm pretty happy with it, but I'm thinking to invert everything just to make everything look cooler and edgier. Okay, winter sale. I think we're done, right? No? It communicates everything we need, right? All right, I may do something else to it. Well, one of the things that came to my mind is adding this tribal shape. Maybe 1 or maybe 2. I don't know, let's try 2. Another thing I decided to add is that spiky heart shape. I'm gonna make the edges pretty rough anyway, so it doesn't matter if they are too thick or too thin. For now, I can change that. I'm not sure I need both of the tribal shapes. I feel like I want to leave only one of them. Actually, yeah, I don't really want to make it too complicated. So the only thing I would definitely need to add here is textures and maybe rough edges and like making it feel a bit more analog, less digital. Another thing I decided to add is a little flourish. I created it in Illustrator, and winter, probably a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm gonna do a manipulation to the heart shape, and then after that I'll probably apply the ink bleed or a grunge plugin to the whole thing. Yeah, because I don't think manipulation here. Well, the only thing, okay, I need to adapt this flourish a bit better to the letter L, and the way I'm doing that is with masking technique. Pretty simple, straightforward, but why not? And here I also don't really love this connection. Feels like there's not enough connection. I'm gonna help them connect with each other. I hope it'll look fine. Okay, so now let's switch to the heart manipulation, and then we're gonna have some fun. Grain. Okay, no, not exactly what I would choose, maybe, but it's not too bad. It's not too bad. It's just regular, but okay. Regular. Oh yeah, I really like this. I really like this. That the width of the stroke is different, and this little bright spikes highlighted. Well, from afar, to be honest, it looks like fairy lights. Okay, maybe not exactly what I needed. Let's see what else they have here. No, thank you. I like water paper. It changes the shape, but it looks so nice, so mysterious. And then I can just adjust the curves. Yeah, it's okay that it's not really precisely clear. Okay, maybe it's a little bit too blurry, so I would decrease the Gaussian blur amount. I'm gonna apply the ink bleed. I'm guessing that it might be a bit too much because the resolution is really small and the size is really small, but let's see what it does. No, okay, it did well. It didn't over distort my text. It's pretty good, but it has to be pink. All right, sale. I think maybe we don't even need to change anything with winter, and then I'll create a new solid color layer with the same color. Okay, and let me choose something like lighten or screen or lighten or lighter color. I think lighten would be better. Yeah, nothing else works. in this case. I really like this one. Wow. Yeah, this is also really nice. Maybe that's another option. Okay, let's start with lighten. Okay, and yeah, this would be the alternative version. So I'm gonna export both of them and put them on Illustrator board where I collect all my mediums and deliverables just to see how they work together. Okay, so I put it all on one board. Well, 2 artboards, but let's imagine that it's just one. Just to visually imagine like what is done already and to make sure that it all aligns within the same styles. It's going pretty well. And now we're going to design the second Instagram template, which is for giveaway. I'm creating a new document again. So we need the word giveaway. I'm going to invert everything as usual. Win 3 pairs of shoes. Yeah, I remember I just saw a giveaway like that on their account a while ago. So I think that's something that they might need. All right, I think I'm gonna also use that tribal shape, just maybe in a little bit different way. Yeah, I think it's already different because we're using a different font. The color, I think we could use this dirty pink again. I want to try that quirky, really decorative display font, which looks a bit like gothic. I mean, 3 pairs of shoes. Yeah, I think it works pretty well here. Maybe it's not the easiest to read, but it's kind of easy to tell from the context what it says. And this is a perfect place to add a picture of a pair of shoes. I think that's really appropriate here. Okay, something like that. And I really like that it's already kind of isolated, so you don't even need to remove the background. Maybe just a little bit on the sides, but I'm just gonna adjust the curves. But to be honest, from afar, it looks not like a shoe, it looks more like a hat. I think I need a different picture. Okay, I think this one's pretty good. Remove background. Or actually, we don't really need to remove background. I can do the same thing what I did with the gift card. So I can just mask it into this blurry circle. Yeah, but I still don't need to see the edges of it. I'm gonna adjust it. But I like the blurry frame. And probably I need to make it a bit darker because it's just a background. I don't need to pay too much attention to it. All right, then I'm probably gonna do the same thing to this tribal shape as what I've done to that heart. I don't know why. Okay, invert to smart object, filter, blur, Gaussian blur. Okay, filter gallery. Yeah, we'll just apply the same filters and hope for the best. Okay, it's a bit too blurry. I need to increase the contrast. On the other hand, I like the texture, but it's a bit too much of texture. Let's decrease that. Okay, then the word win, I would apply the ink bleed effect because it fits here perfectly. Or maybe not, we'll see in a second. Yeah, it's quite good. Pretty subtle, moderate, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. To be honest, I'm not really happy with this line. Okay, so the next thing, I would probably apply the same effect to the giveaway title, because why not? It'll all be in the same aesthetic, a bit rough. Okay, and just to add a little bit of small detail, I'll add this little star. It's so little that it's hard to choose it, what to select. Maybe we need to bring it on the top layer. Win. Maybe as a dot above the eye. I think that would be cute. Okay, and it doesn't need to be complicated, like I said in the beginning. I think we're pretty much done with this post. Get a bit more like analog effect. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Our Instagram templates, I think they represent pretty much similar style. Okay, so as you can see, later on I changed my mind about the main picture for the giveaway post, and I decided to use the negative version of the same picture. And I think it just looks a lot more mysterious and fits the vibe a lot better. And I designed the second page, if we're assuming that it's a carousel post, which is often the case. Also, I designed 2 more templates for social media, for Instagram in particular, with the favorite pairs of La Moda. And another Instagram template I made is a quote. I put a 3D heart on top. I just think it's a really cute element to add because it fits well with this blurry gradient masking technique that I've been already using for other templates. Also, it represents some modern twist to this gothic theme, and also the heart shape. I've already used it for this Mickey heart shape, but this time it's just 3D heart. Yeah, I think it fits the brand really well. I'm placing it on top of the quote, and inside you can put any tagline or a quote, again, anything that represents the brand values, and it's just a really easy content to post every now and then. And the last thing for Instagram that I thought is important thing to finish up this whole branding when it comes to Instagram is, of course, the highlight covers, the icons. Usually people either design icons or they just write the names of these highlights on the icon. I think it doesn't make sense because you can see the name underneath it anyway. Why would you duplicate it just for the sake of writing it in a different font? I don't think it really makes sense. So I just used the brand graphics, which is this tribal shapes. Even though initially I had only one tribal shape, I just designed 3 very similar ones, actually 4, and put that spiky heart underneath them. And I think they all work pretty well together. So yeah, I think Instagram is well packaged now, but here I will only show you just some nice mock-ups, how it all looks at the end, and just a brand board with all the visual elements put together on one board. I think it's a really good way to present your whole strategy to the client if you, I don't know, don't have time for designing a presentation, or you just need to briefly show them the final result, or just for your portfolio. So yeah, overall, the main goal of this project was to create a consistent visual brand identity, and I think that this goal is accomplished. Maybe I would like to add a couple of more minimalist deliverables to that, because it feels like each medium is saturated with objects, text, images and everything, but we know that not every medium needs that. Sometimes you want something a bit simpler, and I think only the packaging represents it right now. But I just didn't come up with anything else that I could design for this brand that would be essential. Because obviously you can design lots of different things, but first of all I was thinking about what they would need in particular. And since they don't have any offline store, obviously it mostly has to do with their website and their social media. That's how these are the main channels, how they function and sell their amazing shoes. I really enjoyed this project. It was just a little bit of a mess because I did that in a few days, and sometimes I didn't like the stuff I created. I didn't show you all of it because that would take many hours longer, this video. I just showed you the stuff I ended up with. So yeah, this is pretty much the result. I hope you like the final mock-ups. Please let me know what you prefer, the before or after, if you agree with it or not, or maybe you would do something differently. I would be curious to know. Maybe you think that something else needs to be redesigned there. And just in general, if you have any ideas about what kind of brands I can redesign next time, I'm really open to your suggestions. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram, of course, and see you guys next time. Bye!